Hey everyone, it's Matt, and this is part 2 of the review of the Sony Cybershot DSC-TX10, my favorite camera. The old camera came to an unfortunate end when the lanyard broke, so I got the new one. I just did the unboxing. You can see all the stuff it comes with: USB, charger, lanyard, touch stylus, which I don't think is necessary, but if you like it, you can use it. So I've put the battery in, we've gone through the initial setup, and let's see how this works. You have the sticker on here. Has a very clean exterior. I love the way this camera looks. It's very small and thin, and I put it in my pocket all the time. I do choose to put the lanyard on, even though it gives you a little bit more something on it and increases the size. But it's good to have it secured on your wrist. This is a 3.0 inch screen with very high resolution. So let's turn that on. And let's get close to the camera so we can see everything. As you can see, this is a high quality camera that we're using to record this, and you can't really see any pixels unless you get really close in. So it does a really good job when you want to record something. The features that you do get on your camera when you first use it are the menu, auto flash, which you can turn to off or auto. You can't force the flash, which is something I wish that you could change. You do have a timer you can set to 10 to self-portrait. It designates you by looking at your face or to self-portrait people once you get into frame. And your choices for picture imaging size, you get 3 4x3, or you get 4 4x3 options and 2 16:9. In the 4x3s, you can record or take pictures in 16 megapixels, 10 megapixels, 5, or VGA quality. In 16:9, you can do it in 12 megapixels or 2. Myself, for more stylized shots, I like to use the 16:9. That way it takes up the entire screen. And if I want more resolution, I just use the 4x3. So I'll switch it back to that. And on this side you get your shooting options, which are very good. You get Intelligent Auto, which takes 1. Superior Auto takes 2 pictures usually and lets you choose what you'd like. Panorama Shooting Scene, where you go one side to the other and record long pictures or up and down, and also record pictures like that. You do have your movie mode, even though you really don't use it because you have your dedicated movie button here. Your program auto, which lets you choose and fiddle around with all the specific things that you want to do. One of my favorite features, background to focus, where you click this and take something about this close, and it'll show this in very crisp and clear picture, and the background will be very blurred, just to give you another stylized piece, something you can do. Your scene selections give you all the scene selections. And let's run down, because maybe you do have a favorite, and let's see if it's included. Soft skin, soft snap, anti-motion blur, landscape, black light correction HDR, which is very useful, twilight portrait, twilight, handheld twilight, high sensitivity ISO, gourmet, pet, beach, snow, fireworks, underwater, and high-speed shutter. Now I've used every single one of these, and a little bit I'll try to do a few test pictures. That's going to be for a different review, but trust me when I say they work very well. My favorites would be the high sensitivity, which in low light, holding the camera very still, you can get very clear pictures with not so much grain. Also, you can do that with a handheld twilight, which takes about 5 pictures in succession very quickly and combines them all to eliminate grain as well. The backlight correction HDR works really well. I mean, I'm saying that a lot, but it does. If you are standing from the sun, it'll make you bright and level out the brightness in the back. Those are my favorites. But normally you can just keep it in Intelligent Auto, and it does perfectly fine. So we've gone around the touch controls here. We'll go through the menu soon, but let's look at the physical controls. On the top you have your power button, your shutter button, your picture review mode button, and your quick video. When you click this, video starts. And you also have your wide and tight. It's very quick and key, very key compared to Canon cameras and some other, well, I'm not saying that Canon's crap, but you can hear every bit of the motor or whatever makes this zoom in, zoom out, and make it wide and tight. You can hear it when you're recording video, which is ridiculous. When you use this while you're recording video and zoom in on something, let's say that chair or that lamp, you don't hear a bit of anything while you're recording, which is how it should be. It should be very clean. If you want to hold this up to your ear, of course you can hear it, but the microphone itself does not pick it up. Speaking of the microphone, it is up here. You do get a dedicated right and left. You get stereo. On the front here you have your flash, your light sensitivity sensor, and your Carl Zeiss Variotessor. I'm going to try and read this out. 3,5 dash 4,6 dash slash 4,43 dash 17,7 optical 4, whatever it is. It's an amazing sensor. It gives you very good pictures with very little grain, and the shooting modes enhance it a lot. If you know anything about Carl Zeiss lenses, you'll be very happy that this has this. In comparison to the G, or I think it's the G camera lens that a lot of other Sonys have, I'd say this is a lot better. Unless you get into the upper echelon of cameras where, you know, the other ones beat it out just on technology. But this is a very small, capable camera which you can do a lot in, and I love having it. In a little bit I'll be telling you the experience review of what I've had and what I've done with my old camera. Rest in peace. While we're here, let's take a look at the menu. You do have easy mode, which you can click here, and it simplifies everything for basic use. The battery is enlarged, remain shots enlarged. Maybe use it for children or for the elderly if they don't want too much to focus on, or maybe even use it if you don't want to wear your glasses or something when you use this. So it's exit easy mode. It comes back to this. Alright, your menu settings, burst mode. You get two burst modes. You get high, which makes it really click, 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 or you get low, which is a little bit slower. Click, 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 click. It's really good. You get macro. Macro is automatically set to auto, which is perfect, and I'd keep it that way, or you can turn that off if you don't like it. You can adjust your EV settings, your scene recognition, your smile shutter, turn that on and off, and your face detection can be turned on and off too. Now when it's at auto, it doesn't mean it automatically takes the picture. It means that it will automatically detect your face. And if you choose to shoot in a mode that will automatically use face detection, it will use it only then. So don't worry, it won't be taking random pictures of faces just while you have it about. And one more on the menu. You can change the movie quality from AVC HD, 24, 17, and 9 megapixels. What I do is I turn it to the highest possible and just keep it like that. Alright, let's look in this little box, and you do have your shooting settings here, and you can change your movie format. Although you can shoot in AVC HD, it's a lovely format, but it doesn't work when you connect it to your iPod or iPad. So what I do all the time is I change it to MP4. It's a little bit reduced in quality, but it gives me something that I can edit and of course show you guys, and I think you guys want that. You can turn your AF illuminator, sorry, I think I did make a mistake. That's the AF illuminator, which shoots a small burst of red onto whatever object you have, like this flower, and it will help determine how much distance you have in between it, and it'll focus it in perfectly. You can also turn that off if you don't like it and having lights in people's faces. You turn the grid line on or off. I do turn it on so I can have better control of my pictures. I can take more stylized pictures. If you know anything about photography, or even a little bit, you know that you take pictures in certain crosshairs or certain places in here, it can get different views. Like you can take it there. Let me see if I can get. You can take it there, see those in the crosshairs, or you can take it here, giving you a higher shot. You can do whatever you want. Very useful. Back to the settings. You do have digital zoom. I would never use digital zoom. You can always zoom and crop your image at a later point. It's useless to me. Wind noise reduction. You can reduce wind noise when using the internal mic. It's set to off. I usually turn it on, and it does help a lot. Scrolling down, scene recognition guide is on. Red eye reduction is to automatic. Blink alert is to automatic, and the write data is off. Didn't mean to click that. Going down, the beep is on. I like to turn my panel settings to as bright as possible, even though they would eat up the battery a little bit more. Language settings are at English. Display is black. As you can see, everything here is more black than anything. Demo mode is off, so if you want to show it to your friends and show all the quick features, you can turn it to demo mode. Or if it's in a Best Buy, for instance, you can do it there. Just letting you know, didn't get this from Best Buy. You have more options to initialize. You can restore all the factory settings and, go back through the process of setting it up if you want to. Your control for the HDMI function is on or off. Up to you. Read in the manual if you need anything more of that. Housing lets you know if there's something around the camera that needs to be, like an extra case, or I think Sony sells a submarine case where you can take it, like deeper than 15 feet, and it lets you know if there's housing around the camera. Scroll down. USB Connect settings are at auto. Power supply is on, so you can record through the dedicated port here. Lens settings are at multi. You can download music if you'd like to play music if you really want to, but I'd suggest using your own MP3 player. Right now it's empty, it doesn't have any music, and you have power saving modes. You can have certain times where it selects the auto power off timing, standard, stamina for longer, it'll shut off quicker, or off, to not shut off ever. I keep it at standard because it works perfectly. It's never interrupted me while taking anything. You can format the SD card or any kind of memory that you have inside here, including Memory Stick Duo. It'll erase everything and format it new, so you can start taking new pictures. You can create folders, you can manage folders, change, delete, copy pictures if you'd want. You can file the numbers under a series, or you can reset it. Meaning, the first picture I take here will be 1, second 2. You take the SD card out, you copy those to computer, and put the SD card back, and the next picture would be 3, telling you when and where you took this picture. Your area settings are also here. You can see that's there. If you go on some sort of trip, you can set it to change there when you get there. Date and time settings we've already gone through on the initial setup. So all very useful stuff on this camera. I'll be doing more reviews of these. Remember, these are a series of reviews, so enjoy. This has been Matthew from Creative Reviews, and I've been reviewing the Sony TX10. It's a Cybershot DSC-TX10. Can record in AVC HD or can record in MP4, which is a lot more useful, but at a reduced quality. So, find me on Facebook, Twitter, and WordPress. Let me know how I'm doing, like or dislike this, and I'll see you guys soon.